Exactly. I'm absolutely ready to dig into. How am I supposed to eat this? You can't dig in yet because what? How? Doesn't eat it? Because you.
Madu, who was found in possession of late Reverend Fadonu was in Phoenix telephone handset. Through a process of intelligence and investigative reconstruction, these suspects were thereafter arrested.
Not done yet, the police commissioner used the opportunity to thank the investigative team for its courage and tenacity in achieving this feat within a short time. According to him, though the Reverend Father Siriakus Onunko is dead, the lesson is that criminal impunity has a price.
From the evidence available, which is consistent with investigative thoughts, Reverend Father Onunko was abducted, tied up, his mouth sellotaped, and dumped in the boot of the Avalon car by the daredevil robbers. He apparently gasped for air and could not make it. This interim finding is yet to be supported with scientific examination and opinion, which further investigation intends to explore. For now, though we lost him, but humanity has won plentifully.
The parade suspected killers confessed to the crime.
You saw him on the process of driving down to Banana Junction. Okay. When he parked, they told me, the policeman and his chuku, they told him to block him. Okay. So when I blocked him, they came down from the vehicle to drag him to our own car.
Okay. As Corolla parked for Banana Junction like this, and policeman say, come down from motor. Contact the Reverend Father, say, you are under arrest.
You are under arrest. The Nigerian policeman told the victim, you are under arrest. The victim they kidnapped and killed. Do you see, is it not how they behave? You're under arrest. Nigerian police will tell you you're under arrest. What crime do you commit? They will not tell you. You're under arrest. The person that is telling you you're under arrest, you don't have his tag. You don't have his name and number tag on his uniform. Sometimes if they cover their faces with masks. So all these things you should understand that these are, if really Nigeria wants to solve all these things, what would they do? They put it as a law that every policeman be hammering it on radio, television, on the media all the time. That any policeman that is caught without wearing your tag on official duty, you'll be arrested. But do they do it? The answer is no. They tell you you're under arrest. For what? Tell me my offense now. They will not tell you. You're under arrest. You don't know that they are kidnappers. They are Nigerian police, but kidnappers. That is it. The same way they kidnapped Nonsonkwa. If not that people started shouting and eyewitnesses saw that these people resemble police, now they say, okay, they have to come out after more than 24 hours. The police boss came out and start talking. They wanted to kill him the same way they used to kill others. But people started talking. People started, because he's a prominent person. I mean, Nonsonkwa. How many people they used to kidnap like that? Every day. Ordinary, innocent people. They see people in our land, boys moving around, they kidnap you and they kill you and say your organs. That is what we are suffering in our land. And after that, we use the phone and start calling for ransom. Say we are the Biafran ESN. To give you false flag. For you to be being annoyed, your annoyance now will be against ESN, against IPOB. You don't know that this is intelligent. All these things does not, the IPOB has nothing to do with all these things. You don't know. Because our people are easily deceived. Our people are easily deceived. People that are so much religious and superstitious, they can be easily deceived. Very easy. Because they don't think, they believe. Before you know, they have believed that, oh, yeah, believe. I know, you say, I believe it's them. They have concluded. Because once you build your intelligence on belief, it destroys your intelligence. You understand? So that is it. So these people, this Nigerian police in our land, that is what they do. They are in organ trafficking. They kidnap our people, youths, and kill them. Are you hearing me? They kill people. They commit crimes, and they will target IPOB. Very sad indeed.
You understand me? I know be police. And him be police. We come down say you under arrest. And the Reverend Father entered the motor for back. You understand me? I see.
As the policeman told the Reverend Father, you're under arrest. He thought he's a police. Yes, it's okay. I'm a police officer. It's okay. He entered. If it's ordinary person, for example, you start arguing with them, say, no, what have I done? He can shoot you. He has gun. He have big gun, AK-47. If she kills you, they tag you armed robber. Don't you see the confession of which I played before? That is lawlessness that is going on in Nigeria. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. That is the country that because we want to take care of our destiny so that we clean up our system and form a formidable system that is meant for human abode. But Britain don't want it because this is according to their plan, according to their policy. The creation of Nigeria, a very big, giant, primitive jungle. That is what they created so that they can be stealing. I will play that later. You will hear it from the horse's mouth.
Enter for back like this now. Me are there for front. Then come they do bidi for back. As this man and me under the front. I come they ask them waiting they happen for that back. Waiting that happen. Small time. As this boy now come match break now. They use the tape. Policeman now use the tape now. Cover the man nose. Cover the man mouth. But the man died.
The man was shouting, my father died. And they call me that my father died. My father is in the mortuary now. Please help me. This is the pilot. The pilot look back. Understand? The policeman, like, to slam him at face. Understand? So the guy looked front again. He ordered him to move. For me, I was stranded. I can't run. I can't talk. Because my brother, as my brother, betrayed me enough. He betrayed me. He never told me. I said, brother, you shouldn't have let me follow you to such mission, which I'm not your member, I'm not your gang, and you know I'm a family man, suffering for my family, to train my family.
The police authorities did not allow journalists interview the police corporal, insisting that investigation is ongoing.
That is the messy situation we are in, but we continue exposing them. Are you hearing me? We continue exposing them. And IPOB and the lovers of freedom, Biafrans worldwide, the order has been given. Let me reiterate. The order has been given for us to, invade any platform that is talking nonsense against IPOB or ESN. Putting us in the same level with the criminals or criminality that is going on in our land. We have the green light to invade all those platforms. Search for them. Anywhere you see them, just call others. Whether in Twitter, in TikTok, on Facebook, and Instagram, anywhere in WhatsApp, call others. Say, oh boy, they happen here. Let us. They know this is our modus operandi. We invade you. We give you IPOB treatment. That is how it is. So we must continue. I want to go straight. I have other news headlines, but let me go straight to the topic of my submission today, which is dangers of foreign interference in our governance. Is as dangerous as I said. It is as dangerous as allowing or sleeping with a viper, a very dangerous viper, in the same room. Foreign interference. That is what keeps us the way we are in. That is what underdeveloped Africa. As Walter Rodney wrote in his book, How Europeans Underdeveloped Africa. Because it is foreign interference. A foreigner cannot do you any good. What they want is only solely for their interests. They don't care how you die or you live. That is not their problem. What matters is for them to absorb and suck your blood. Dangers of foreign interference in our governance. The main reason for foreigners or foreigners' interference in our governance is solely for their own interests, nothing more. Purely their own interests. It is never out of pity or love. In the world, political dynamics, there is nothing like love or hatred. Everything is about interest. You know, this is the mistake we are making before. I am happy that our people are now understanding. Students of Radio Biafra have understood that there is no love or they hate international community come and help us. No, you know better we help you because they don't care. You are there to you rot no, you die like any does it? Foreigners, it doesn't, they don't even care about your life. They don't care nothing. What matters to them is what they can get from your land as they are scavenging for gas from our land. How they can get it and get it cheap so that their people will be feeding fat from our blood. That is it. Don't you see our crude oil? they mortgaged our crude oil. The oil in Biafra land. They mortgaged it. They said there is no penny entering into an NPC because they have sold it in advance. They have used it to borrow money. So what is it? The foreigner, the daycare, they are in their land enjoying. In Europe or America, they are there enjoying. And when for you to get visa to travel, you will suffer. That's why when you reach, you become miracle for you. Religion made us to start seeing our woes, our failures as miracle, our downfall as miracle. That you go abroad, oh, it's a miracle. They will give testimony. Don't know that we are dying slowly. But religion made us change our mentality so that we'll be seeing our downfall as if that God loves us. These are the dangers of foreign interference in our land, including religion, because it's foreign. It's foreign. Europeans, I try to check out how these people, they are highly smart, as smart as anything. I give it to them. They crafted all these things. They came since 15th century, 14 something. They invaded every part of the world, killing people, destroying civilizations everywhere, massacring and raping everywhere, buying slaves from Africa, destroying lives. Do you know how many people that died in Atlantic Ocean? Our forefathers, our ancestors, some of our ancestral brothers going there. More than 12 million people perish, drowned, sick, and thrown into Atlantic Ocean. More than 70-something million we are taken away from Africa. And now they know that this is a historical blunder that we shall never forget. Now they started crafting out what can we do in order to launder our image. They now say, okay, they brought their religion, to tell us, to force us to accept that those that killed us, they are now saints. Hey, Chineke, I don't know. This thing I'm saying, if I want you to ponder very deep. If I'm talking, remove sentiment. Because with sentiment, you become biased. Neutralize your mindset and think about what I'm saying. People that destroy the civilizations everywhere around the world. In Africa, they killed, they raped, they use children, babies, to feed alligators, crocodiles. And they are laughing. As the child is dying of pain, being cut into pieces, they are laughing. Because those things they don't see us as living as human beings. They don't see us as people that has pain. No. Are you hearing me? During the time of slave trading, the slaves in America, when they want to punish somebody that for committing any slightest mistake, as even trying to feed in the field, take one grain of corn to eat, they can chop off the leg. And why cutting the ankle, or or one hand, they will not anesthetize the person, because they say Africans don't have, oh, they don't feel pain. So as the person is shouting, they are happy, laughing. The whole white master, they are laughing at somebody bleeding and paying pains. These are the, I want you to understand the depth of what they committed. And after everything, now they think of what to do in order to pacify us, so that so that we don't feel the pain of what happened to us from them. Oh, do you know what they did? They now say, okay, they have a savior. They are our saviors. They started teaching us some things good, imposing religion, that they have a savior. Once you believe, what we are doing is nonsense. They, is evil. That now they came to save us. Now you have to pray in the name of their saints. All that they now, they are people, killers, murderers become saints. And we believed, we accepted this. Which kind of miserable people are we? I want you to think. Radio Biafra here, we push you to think, to make use of your frontal lobe. Think. People that killed us hundreds of years, for centuries, they enslaved us, did all kinds of terrible things. Now, they say that they are the saints. Saint Gabriel, Saint Peter. We now, they are the people, sent the people that are holy, and they give us a savior. Now we respect them. There is no Saint Okafo. There is no Saint Olani. There is no Saint Chinchong. There is no Saint Modi of India. No, only them saints, European saints. Don't you think that this is a very big conspiracy in order to pacify us, so that we will never remember what they did to us? We see them as saviors. Is it not the same thing they are doing today? Didn't I give an example of Mozambique? How they unleash terrorists. And after they will use United Nations and all that in order to go and fight. Oh, they said, come and help us. They come. After, that is the same thing they are doing. They will unleash terror in your land, pains, everything. And after you'll be calling them as your savior. That is exactly the same thing. How they killed us and they gave us savior. Now, we now take them as saviors. Oh, that God don't born in their land a son, and that son is our savior. You know why? Even Arabs, they developed their own Islam. Do you know that Arabs, they have their own angels? They have angel Fatima. They have Arabic names that are angels. Do you see that? In Islam. They're not only angel Jibril, they have pure Arabic names that they put angel. Do you have angel Kafo? You that was the victim, that was killed, raped, every bad thing done on you. Now you are still worshiping them. They are the saints. Kai check become. Oh, sometimes I check again. I say, so we must continue. Dangers of foreign interference in our governance. During the age of discovery or age of exploration from 15th to 17th century, the Europeans commenced exploration, conquest, and colonization of countries across the globe exclusively for their own interests, nothing more. That is foreigner. You go for your own interests, nothing more. Their actions change demography, borders, nations, and countries. The Europeans created borders in Africa solely based on their own national interests. They never cared about the interests of the indigenous population. They separated people that should be together and joined the people that have no single business being together. That is what we are suffering. When you see, look at, I used to give this example because it's a very small country and it's doing well. Iceland. Iceland, they separated from Denmark. You know, they are living. It's a country that is not up to half of all local government, not all zone self, all local government. 370,000 people only in Iceland. They are not up to 1 million. They are not up to a village in Biafra land. They are not up to one single village in Biafra land. But they are a country, is a country. Why? Because they did it for peace. So that, you know, you cannot force people to rule them forever. There will be problems all the time because you cannot impose your way of life on people. We have our system. Britain know this. And that's why they join the people that have no business being together so that there will be perpetual conflict. And in that perpetual conflict, everlasting conflict, that is what Britain created. They know it. It will be like this and be worse. They will be stealing. They will come as referee. They will come and continue maintaining. No, the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. Britain, from thousands of kilometers, they don't understand what we are living in. They don't care how we live, how we are suffering. What matters? Nigeria, it must be like that. We created it like that. They must be like that. They don't see us as human beings. Do you hear what I'm saying? So that you will be forced to run away to England. You will be forced to run away and stay in America. And Britain will have complete 100% access to our natural resources without no challenges. Granite in Ebony, marbles, gold, diamond, everywhere in Biafra land. Oil and gas, everything, they are in charge. So you don't care. You know, you don't have any mouth because everybody, there is confusion and people run away. Do you see what they are doing? That's why any slightest thing, Britain will come out. British High Commissioner, the time that useless, evil midget, Katrina Leon was there, it will come out. The unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. So Nigeria will continue existing. What are they living in Nigeria? You ask them, what is it? What is it that is the problem? They don't live in Nigeria. What concerns them? In our way, that our way of life is destroyed. If it tells you all you need to know, that the foreign interference in our governance is highly dangerous, detrimental to us. The foreigners, they are not living with you. They only get their interest and they are in their land. They are in England enjoying. They are in America enjoying, sucking, using the government they put in place in order to suck everywhere dry and be giving you false advice, counsel, fake counsels and advices. Do this. IMF say, do this, remove fuel subsidy and the high tax and everything will be okay. Okay, no good. Okay, do this. That is what, till forever. We want to prove to them that we are human beings, and that is why we are fighting for the liberation of Biafra. To remove foreign interference, because we don't interfere in British governance. Why are they interfering in our own life system? Ask yourself why. That is that superiority that they created us, that we must be there. As long as Nigeria remains, oil in Bayelsa, oil in Imo, oil in Ohaji, oil in Delta, belongs to Jigawa. That is what Britain wants. Britain is using their cronies, mostly from the north, in order to suck everything we have dry. That is it. But we must continue because we will defeat them with superior argument. Let me continue. Remember, Africa is home to many of the rare earth critical minerals essential to powering the next generation of innovation and green growth. From copper to cobalt, the supply chains for products ranging from solar cells to next generation batteries all start in Africa. And securing reliable access to these minerals is imperative to United States economic and national security. It's national security for USA. That is why, they don't want to let go, because they see us as subduable people, slaves that don't have mind of our own. We don't know what is good for us. It's them that knows what is good for us. It's always them, the foreigners. They know what is good for us more than we know. Now, where is the equality? The restoration or quest for agitation for the restoration of Biafra means a lot. That we are human beings that deserve human life, that deserve not to live like human beings like them. Are you hearing me? Owing to these facts, foreign interference matches like a war group with different tentacles, which include economy, politics, education, and religion. That's it. That is how foreign interference, that is how it works. It goes through the government, economy, education, and religion in order to drive through, to make you, subdue us. That is what they did. Let me play the clip of this professor, Olawumi, the former security high-ranking official, or high-ranking secret military service, or secret military service, a very high-ranking officer, that 3 years ago revealed about how the caliphate is bent on trying to Islamize Nigeria. That the kinetic, the center of gravity of Boko Haram is not kinetic, it's ideological. Let me play his, because he granted another interview a few days back. I think, is it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Let me play it a bit. Yeah, I know it's long, 21 minutes, but let me play it a bit, please, for you to hear. Because Nigerians, people don't hear, people don't understand. Nigerians are, sentenced into looking for crumbs every day, just like chicken, until they die. They don't care about what happens around them. I used to give this analogy. Go to poultry farm. Chickens, they are busy eating, feeding, and shitting all the time. They don't care about their future. Are you hearing me? That is how they sentence Nigerians. Go to markets, go to Nigerian major cities, everywhere. Buy pure water. People are hawking. They don't care about what is happening around them that is controlling their life. Every day they cry, hey, now bread don't rise up. Oh. Hey, bread don't double price. Hey, bread, one loaf of bread now 1,000 naira. Tomorrow they go, hey, now you don't add 200 naira, now 1,002. Anyway, God, there we go survive in Jesus' name. And the that one is gone. They don't care to understand what is this that is controlling us, that is controlling the food with the high cost. They don't care. That is why I call Nigerians chicken. They don't seem to care. Chicken, feeding, looking for food, always, day in, day out. Until the day the owner come and slaughter them. Take them and slaughter them. That is how Nigerians live. Please listen to this.
Removal. What I'm requiring is the removal of Section the removal of personal in section 24 of the Constitution, section 262, section 277, and section 288, so that other relevant laws like the public, the commercial law, Islamic commercial law, the Islamic company law, the Islamic international law can have a place in the Constitution.
You know these people, you know the caliphate, how they work. Do you see? First of all, they use Obasanjo, they get their Sharia in their parts of in the north. They say, no, it's our way of life. It doesn't concern anybody. No. And people no mind say, Obasanjo say, now you people go tired, no be political Sharia, this and that. Everybody laugh, every Nigerian laugh, say, now you people go tired. They got each number. They go from one step to another. They don't think about the time it takes them. They are not like you that say, Biafra, we have been talking Biafra since 10 years now. Waiting and now wow, you tire. That is why they are able to colonize you, every Nigerian, every indigenous person in Nigeria. Because you cannot be resilient like them. The fight they are in till today, they have been started 1804. Calculate 1804 till today. About 220 years, they are still in the same fight. If this generation goes, other generation continue. We fought a war for 3 years and jettisoned our people, went back and said one Nigeria. How do you think that you can compete with people like this? They take, even if one step can take 30 years, they don't care. They make that one leap, they keep quiet. They continue playing politics, playing as if they don't know. And after 30 years again, they take another leap. Bam. Once they achieve it, they keep quiet. They achieve Sharia in the north. Now people they look down and they say, after all, now they know how to get you to support them. You that is intellectual. They know how, after all, Lagos was the capital of Nigeria, yes? Now, when they want to transfer it to Abuja, they gave good reason. And they paid southern intellectuals, Igbo and Yoruba so-called intellectuals, to launder the thing for them. They start talking on television. Say, now, after all, Abuja is the center of Nigeria, so it's accessible to everybody. It's a neutral place. It's neither north nor south. So it's a neutral place. And you check it, it's reasonable. They make points always. They pay people that you will listen to. They make points, and all of a sudden, when everything Abuja have been they declare the official capital of Nigeria, the administrative capital of Nigeria, all of a sudden they turn and say, not. That is how they take one after the other. They don't care about time. Time does not matter to them. They are not like you that is in a hurry. What is DSS doing? What is DOS doing? This and that. Only talk. Only talk for how many years? Only 10 years we are in this struggle on Radio Biafra, or 11 years. From Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, you are tired. These people, they don't tire. 1804 today, they continue. That is why they are taking, step by step, painstakingly. So how can you compete with this type of people? How? You that is in a hurry, mercantile mentality, you want something now. You want to see Biafra now. That is why they deceive you. A Nigerian agent will come and tell you, I will get you Biafra after 150 years. And you follow, no, because you are always in a hurry to enter hell, into pit. That is who you are. These people, they don't care, they take time. After securing Sharia in the north, how long did it take them? They kept quiet. Now they want to put it openly in the Nigerian constitution. After some years, can you be able to be tactical and resilient and consistent in order to behave like them? Just answer yourself. It's a rhetorical question. If not that you are in a hurry. Now what are we doing? We need water. What are you? Nothing is happening now. So I know I'm confused. Every time you are confused, they themselves they are not confused. It might take 100 years. They are not confused. They are not. They continue going. They are loyal. They are obedient. They are disciplined to the cause. That is who they are. That is why I admire them. Continue, listen.
Okay, so that's a background because remember that bill that was moved on the floor of the House of Representatives about the expansion of certain provisions of Islamic laws. And then there was a lot of uproar in different parts of the country as well, many not understanding what is going on here. And then, who knows, Mr. Kanu allow me, then his narratives, what he has spoken about some time ago, many trying to see if they could connect the dots. But let's listen to this one before we come back to him.
Fish is going to get spoiled. It's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the Commander-in-Chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them, and they're still there. The chief of naval staff was in the...
They were playing some things he said 3 years back, or before bringing him in now. Just listen. It's very important.
Intelligence with me. We were together in Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized. So it's not about ransom. I just want to confirm to Makwe that she is right. It's not about ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban, they think about the Mujahideens, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia and there is whatever thing they have in their head and they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians. So if I could follow up on that.
Well, he's here with us now. That was several years ago. Kanu Nnamdi, former Navy commander, professor of global security studies, also Nigerian Defense Academy. Good morning, and thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much. After 3 years, we have seen again.
I know, sir. Several things must have been going through your mind when you saw all of those bills, the propositions, the narrative, the comments making the rounds only recently, even though 3 years after you made that comment. So tell us, what was going through your mind when you saw all of these things as though they were playing out what you had spoken of earlier?
Well, it just basically confirmed my fears, you know. When I was saying those things, a lot of colleagues didn't like what I was saying. Some people felt that I'm anti-Islam. My dear, I'm from a Muslim background because my grandmother, married a Muslim man after the husband died, and all my cousins, all my sisters, grandchildren, they are Muslim. I'm from a Muslim background. And I don't know, General Adambaza will attest to it that when I took him with the Minister of Defense, to Italy, they were my guests in Italy. And I took them to the largest mosque in Milan, and we prayed together in the mosque. And I think I will tell you, I took him to an Al-Aqsa mosque in Israel to pray. And I have nothing against Israel. But you see, we are talking about identity and governance in this country. Identity and governance. It is so discouraging to know that at this century, we are still at this level of religious understanding. We are still at this level where I would say most of the things that we call religion, either Christianity, Islam, are basically some historical books that were plagiarized by most of the religions. I don't want to be specific. Now, these are ancient historical books that were plagiarized, and people decided to use them to either enslave you or take over your land and so on.
Are you hearing the man's analysis on religion? Before God and man, if you have been a student of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Radio Biafra, a student of Radio Biafra, and you are still highly attached to religious emotions, you need a surgery. You need mental surgery. It's a pity. I say, up till now, if you are still, even in this struggle, you are still highly emotionally attached to belief. Oh yeah, what they brought to you, Islam, Quran, or Bible, this and that. You need maybe we might not be able to help you. Because maybe if you continue listening and researching about look at what he said. This man, you don't take his word is not an ordinary word. He is talking out of experience. He is talking out of many years of research. He's an authority. He's telling you that look, if in this century you are taking you see all these religious books, he said old books, old things they plagiarize. If you are taking all these things serious, it is something that is being used in order to enslave us. He said it pump and plan. That is a foreign incursion in our brain. We have a foreign incursion in our land. That is why we want to get out from Nigeria. But you fail to understand that we have a foreign incursion in our brain, which we need to remove. And that is what we are trying to do. And you become emotional. You should be also emotional. Why do you want to leave Nigeria? Because it is created by Britain. It cannot work. Now, why do we think we need to go back to our roots? Because it's a foreign incursion in our brain that is not working. It's meant to enslave us, for goodness sake. And you are in this struggle, you want to be physically liberated, but you don't want to be mentally liberated. That is deception, for goodness sake. This man said it all. That it is meant to enslave us, and that is it. In our land today, religion has scattered almost every family in our land. In Igbo land, it's not something that we can argue. It is something that is playing in our life. We are seeing it every day. We are seeing it. Do you know how many billions of dollars that are being sent to Nigeria, mostly in Igbo land, every year? Do you know? You send the money to your people. From there, your father, your mother, your uncle, you send the money that needs it. He will remove money to pay tithe. He will pay this, pay that. From you, we need to be liberated mentally, for goodness sake, from this foreign incursion. These are the dangers of foreigners or foreign interference in our governance. It's part of it. Are you hearing me? It is completely part of it. All of a sudden, everything our indigenosity represents is evil. All of a sudden, the people that killed us become saints, and we are worshiping them. And you think that it is normal? You now pray using them, that they are the saints, the angels. Angel, the whole angels, mention all of them. Uriel, Gabriel, Michael, all, mention all of them. They are white people. And you are going to live with them in heaven peacefully. No angel that is even an Asian. I'm not even Africa self. That one is their own people that are regarded as non-human beings, and we are behaving like that. No Asian, no Chinese angel, no Japanese angel, no angel Yamaha. You don't pray and say Saint Yamaha or Saint even. I'm talking not only angel, Saint Yamaha, Saint Yakosoki. No, none of them. Only European names, for goodness sake. And you believe all this crap? You want to be liberated physically? These are foreign incursions in our brain that we need to remove. It is meant to enslave us. That is it. Getting visa to America is you, as an ordinary person, you go through hell in Nigeria. But they give you free heaven where you will live with every sense. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all white people. You go, they take you with open arms, and you accept this crap that have been given to us. It's slavery, for goodness sake. It's part of foreign interference in our local governance. That is it. Continue listening.
And I'm really discouraged because at this level, Nigerians are so uneducated when it comes to religion. That the Arabs, the British, the Romans.
Nigerians are uneducated, so uneducated when it comes to religion. Continue.
They use religion actually to capture your state, to enslave you. We look at most of religions, I don't want to be specific, they all practice slavery and also. So for us to be at.
What did he say? He said, look at all these religions. You know, he's talking on national television, TVC. He said, he don't want to be specific. These are the two foreign religions that are tormenting humanity today, Islam and Christianity. He said they promote slavery. That is there. It's not something that is absurd. Something that is evil in our land, it promotes it. And we are made, we are imposed, we are, pushed in order to use that their system. Hey, slaves, obey your master. And we preach it in churches. They promote and they practice slavery. What does it tell you? You come and defend it, right? As a slave, you come and defend it. You defend your master.
At this point, where we're supposed to be talking about the hunger that is pervasive in Nigeria today, the inflation rate, the poverty, we are basically sitting in the hollow chamber, and what we can discuss is that they want to remove personal from something, and that's what they are going there to do.
That is why Britain, you see what he's saying, where other people are advancing. I posted a video, a photo of a Chinese unmanned cargo plane that can carry up to 5 tons of goods or something like that. Unmanned, controlled remotely by somebody inside an office. As you can control drone, just like that. Going from one country to another. Now, these things are happening in 21st century. These people, it is not their problem. Their problem is how to Islamize. Their problem is how to subdue everybody using Islam. And when it comes to our land, our problem is how to fast and pray and get a miracle. It's the same thing, isn't it? So when we are talking, don't exclude yourself. Don't exclude your own religion. It's purely the same, only through different angles. Your own, you are pacified physically from fighting physically because the Europeans, they are very sharp. I tell you, Europeans, they are very smart. They used the religion, conquered the countries, destroyed the other civilizations, killed and raped. King Leopold II, he killed more than 15 million Congolese in order to Christianize them. After using and doing all these things, now they see that no, in order to make the victims not to react, they pacified it. They say that if they slap you this side, on the other side. Do you see how smart they are? They encoded it into the book they give to you. You will now divisions everywhere in our homes. And you say we should not talk about it? Who tell you that? In this restoration of Biafra? Is that what type of restoration do you want us to have? If not, we continue in Nigeria now. That's it. That's it. They smartly removed, pacified everything. Mostly everybody suspected. Mazi Jonathan today, I don't know tomorrow. Now, if you hey, or maybe on the offer gas, no, no, how America. Oh, which I've been, I used to host a program with. You see, they are pacified. Tired not to slap back, but with their hearts, they make the heart to become dark and black, waiting for any day that a calamity will fall upon you. They say, hey, they glorified that they have done it. Is it not what is happening in our land? Fear of everything. We fear ourselves. They program you that you come into this world to fight the devil. Say devil that so-called you are the Bible, your Bible God cannot even kill in heaven. He didn't send him, he didn't send the devil, he didn't throw him in another planet. There are uncountable planets in the solar system and other solar systems in this world, uncountable. I mean in this space. Space is uncountable. You can trillions, you cannot count them. He didn't throw them in Mars, Jupiter, or any other one. Allow the devil to come to our land, to planet Earth, inhabited by human beings, and he give you a job, or every time, or you're cast, or you're casting away, or you're die by fire, die by fire. Don't you see that this is manipulation, slavery, so that you don't pursue the right thing? You don't hold the government responsible in order to give you good life. You hold Satan responsible. He's beating about the bush. That is what they give to you. That is part of the dangers of foreign interference in our local governments. It affects us too much. That is what this man is trying to say. Continue listening.
When people are dying, people are committing suicide, families are collapsing, and they will sit down there and start talking about removing persona so that they can basically Islamize the country finally, because once you remove that persona, technically now Nigeria is Islamized.
All right, I want
Technically now Nigeria is Islamized. These people, do you think that this caliphate, they don't care about advancement? What matters to them is to first of all homogenize everybody by Islamize, so that you be under their control first, so that anytime they command on what you do, they use religion to tie you the same way the Europeans use religion to tie us. If you want to rise up to do your thing, they say, no, Bible said, no, you have to obey your masters, and you go down. That is the same thing these people want to do. So it's the same thing. And remember, why Islam is still continuous, use. It never stop conquering. They continue growing, because it is, Islamic calendar. They are still on the 15th century. For your information, when Christianity was in 15th century, they were behaving worse than Islam today. Go and make your researches. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Islam since the coming of Islam. Islam came, Muhammad came, he died on 622 AD. That is 600 after the time of Christ, common era. So when you remove, they are still in the 15th century, that is 14 something. So when you check it, when Christianity was in 14 something or 15th century, they were, committing, using the religion to commit havoc everywhere. They saw us as objects, infidels that needs, you kill an infidel according to Christianity that time. It is what I'm telling you, it is historical fact. I'm not making it up. Killing infidel that time is like removing obstacle from the road. A leech is just like removing chinche, bed bug. Just that is what it means. Because I think the first legitimization of slavery came from Pope. He gave it official legitimacy that they have the right as Christians in order to enslave, rape, take possession their dukedoms, their dukes, kings, and their kings and princesses, take them as slaves, kill them, do anything inhuman against them. Africans and Sarakians, because they are infidels. That was on 15th century. And Islam is still in that mode, 15th century, just like when Christianity was that time, they were committing worse things. I am telling you. And this is a historical fact. But maybe with emotion, you might misunderstand it, or you might not accept. Go and make your researches so that you can know the truth. And once you know the truth shall set you free. Continue listening. You know what? Britain knew that these people, they are like this. So that is why they joined us together. So that they don't care about advancement. What matters to them is Islam, that religion. So that they Islamize everybody. If Britain, they ally themselves with the West. They don't care about anything. Oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. So, Britain, come and take as much as you want. As long as you can help us, with your help, we can Islamize everybody. It's allowed. That is what they are doing. Continue listening.
Be able to get the understanding of that, because the sections that were the places that they were looking for amendments to, sections 24, 262, 277, and 288. And what I'm seeing here, Ali Musao, at the time when he suggested these changes in the 1999 Constitution, removing the word personal whenever it is mentioned from the section, allowing Islamic law to stand on its own. Explain to me the correlation between that and Islamizing the country, just so we can understand where you're coming from on this debate.
Yeah, where I'm coming from is very simple. We may think it's semantic, but it is not. Personal just talk about issue of marriage, things that are personal, maybe inheritance, maybe divorce, But if you look at the antecedents, Sanfala started this by introducing something that is taking care of criminal laws. Okay? So now they want to extend it. Instead of them to actually discuss the 1999 Constitution, it is a fraud already. That Constitution is a fraud. Now what you are doing now, you want to start, advancing the interest of those religious groups to actually now confirm that Nigeria is an Islamic state. And let me tell you something that people don't know. This thing was caused by the British.
Listen here attentively. Listen here attentively.
1900 and 1960. They knew that they cannot govern the North except they allowed them to practice their religion, and they were using their religious leader to basically govern them. It is called indirect rule. Immediately after independence, 1960, the British knew that they shouldn't have forged these two people together. They know.
Britain knew that they shouldn't have forged the North and South together because we are two different people, different traditions, parallel lines that shouldn't meet. This man talking here is an authority. If you don't accept what I'm saying, he is an authority. He is in the leadership, he is in the rulership of Nigeria. So you accept what he's saying. Make your researches. They know, Britain know. They know that forging us together, as they call tripod, is the only way that we can be having problems, frictions, endless problems. And once a family that is having problems, it invites automatically, if strangers will come. They will benefit. They will be advising, some will side this brother, the other ones will side this brother, and the problems will not end. And what happens? The family will be losing properties because to the strangers, as they are fighting. That is what Britain did. I tell you that these people, they are smart. When they told you that, oh, no, North is poor. So if they stayed, is nonsense excuse. It's lie from the pit of hell. They are not poor. Contrary to the notion we have before. They are not poor. They have gold. They have a rare earth. They have every other thing, minerals, they have them. For information, Californium in Borno, 1 gram is 1 gram, not 1 kilogram. 1 gram, a market value 27 point something $million. 1 gram, Californium, rare earth in the north. And what are you talking? How are they poor? They are not poor. It's only what all these excuses given to the public so that we pity. Oh, yeah, you people are good. So you want to balance the equation. Oh, you are good people. It's lie from the pit of hell. They need to be causing confusion so that they will be milking everybody. Gold in Zamfara, they have a Nigerian, what they call Nigerian gold in Dubai. It's from Zamfara. They have a private aerodrome in different parts of the north. Private aerodrome. Flights land directly from abroad, from America, from Dubai, anywhere. Land there secretly. Give them arms, give the terrorists arms, weapons, and ammunition to kill the bandits, and take gold and Californium and different other minerals. And they tell them, they push them to continue using religion to fight. That inshallah, Islam will conquer. They will shout, even Allah. You don't know this. Why these Europeans, they are very smart. That's why they forced everybody under gunpoint to live inside Nigeria. They saw today. Then Ahmad Bello wanted to quit because he was afraid. He don't want to be with infidels. Which had it been Zik pushed, they would have done it. They would have done what India did. Ahmad Bello was pushing. Zik was with Europeans, with Britain, saying, no, come, you are brother. He said, but I don't know you. We don't eat the same food. We don't pray to the same God. We don't have the same tradition. Why should I join you? Britain said, no. I said Britain. Azikiwe said, no. We can manage it. Don't worry. We be together is best. Britain used Azikiwe to get everybody. Let me tell you, this is one of the reasons these people are highly annoyed. When they know history more than you now. They say, no be your brother. No be your brother help put us together. Or we go there together now under one Nigeria. What I'm telling you is a fact. It's what is in their hearts. That's why they have a head. One of the reasons why they have a hatred. If they say, not be on a brother, and I force us, all of us to be together, I got one and Nigeria, all of us. For you to see. Continue listening, please.
But because they want to achieve the divide and rule and to be able to conquer and take our resources and steal whatever they want to steal over the years, they merged these two people together. They could not govern the North and South under one religious or administration. They know. So they now give independent and match you people to work together. That was why the 1960 coup started. That was how the Civil War started. Now, 86, Babangida came with OIC stuff, trying to Islamize us. It didn't work. In 2000, when 1999, 2000, when Obasanjo came, he permitted them to start practicing Sharia. Today now, they want to consolidate it. Once you remove that person, all of us, whether you are Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Jukun, Christian, traditional, you are now under the law, the Islamic law, because they put it in the constitution.
Do you see where they used to go? But in a methodical way. They will give you the good things. They are saying, no. Remove that personification to make it open, general. To put it, no, it's for company, for before they have gotten for marriage, for settling civil matters. But now they say, no, they want to enter banking, this and that, so that when you want to, as a Nigerian, you want to deposit some money or get loan from bank. One of the criteria is according to Nigerian constitution, you must be a Muslim for you to benefit. Do you see how they come one step at a time? Politically, like these people. That is what IPOB is trying to do, to educate our people that when it comes to politics, to political issues of self-determination like this, you don't need to be in a hurry, because you can be in a hurry and that is what the leadership has understood. You move at a time, one step at a time, you watch, you check. Well, you see, in a war front, that is how soldiers move. Watch all these war scenarios, like Israel, if they are invading, one soldier will go, they will go and watch. You throttle their gun, check everywhere. Now move. The second person will join him. That is how freedom fighting in this century, that is how it is. One step at a time, you put step, check, no mine there, you check. No acid there, you check. The reaction of whether any person can shoot you, everybody keep quiet. It's like that. Once you see that place is okay, you consolidate your step and you also move again. That is how these people are moving. They have gotten Sharia in the north. Now they tried different times. You see, 1986. Babangida tried it, it couldn't work. Now they never stop, they can never stop. Even if we take another 50 years, they must continue. That is how they are. They are not tired like you, that coming life. You don't care about your freedom. Now waiting I they fight for. Now I beg. If now food make we, as long as we they eat, Jehovah ways. Now beg, make we live all these things. That is how slaves live. That is slave mentality. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Continue listening, please.
In fact, listening to the member that was representing Ahoda East, Abu Anudua Federal Constituency, River State, I want to get his words. He said personal matters that was envisaged, he says, by the people who drafted this constitution. And I want to quote him. The implication is, if the word personal is removed, Islamic law would have broader implications. The word personal was put there for a reason. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. Is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this?
Look at a journalist that have different degrees in journalism. Look at what he's asking. But I want you to listen to the answer given by this man. Is it possible? What of our leaders have said this several years back? Turkey was a Christian, completely Christian country before. Turkey you are seeing today. Turkey. Islam today is a Muslim country. It was maybe 99% Christian country. That is why in Turkey, in some places, you see as museum where all these nuns and how do they call them? The Reverend Father, like caves where they live. So maybe 1,000 years back, it became a tourist attraction and museum. This woman is asking, how is it possible? Listen to the answer, please. Let me not preempt.
This country?
It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen.
The man did not say only it is possible. He said it is going to happen. So let me tell you something. As long as Nigeria continues existing, it must be Islamized. There's no mistake about it. This man that is saying this, he is an expert. He is a high-ranking official that knows many secrets in Nigeria, about Nigeria, that you don't know. He said it's going to happen. He said it with assurance. It's going to happen. You know, you now that is hearing my voice as a deceived or demented religious person you are. Maybe as you are now, you tell me, hey, blood of Jesus, it cannot happen. Kubioku, say a word and it will be powerful. Your own religion make you to feel that you are on top of the world, only be in your house and pray and cancel everything. You think that is how the world works. These other people, they are doing the footwork, doing the job. It doesn't matter how long it takes them. They are fighting a collective war for their collective interests as Muslims. When we shout about funding of IPOB, you don't care. Our people don't care about funding our collective interest. They don't care. That is not, no. As long as it's not personal interest, that thing you put money and you get it. Get gain. Our people don't care much about it. They will start asking, where will the money enter? Who will be in charge? Okay, let me be the secretary, be the financial secretary. Let me be the treasurer. This is primitive mentality. I continue saying it until our people came back to 21st century. These people, they go forward. This man say, not that it might happen. He said, it must surely happen. That is the reason why we need to get out of Nigeria. Because once we continue being in Nigeria, it must show Islamization. He said technically Nigeria is Islamized. It's true. But they want to officialize it in the constitution complete, so that now law will be on their side. If they are dealing with you, they are dealing with you under the law. They quote law, Nigerian constitution. But you, as you are now, you'll be here and say, hey, God forbid, oh Jesus, I cancel it. That is, you are just making noise in that room you are. It doesn't function, doesn't do nothing. The only thing that will solve the issue is joining the effort of what we are doing. Contribute your quota in what we are doing. Are you hearing me? That is what we go for, far. But you staying in your space, in your room now, when you say, no, God will not allow. Who tell you? Where was God when we were massacred in 1967 to 1970? Where? So we do the do, not talking the talk only. What we are creating here is awareness for you to understand the dangers that is facing us. Particularly this foreign interference in our lives, be it religional, mentally or physically, by the caliphate. We are under invasion, foreign invasion. So we need to do something. That is what I'm saying. Continue listening.
Do you know Constantinople? Today's Turkey. They were almost 98% Christian before now. Today, it's an Islamic country. I mean, I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Alijani. He's a Persian. He's an Iranian American. And I scored A. That's excellent in Islam. So I know them. It may take them 1,000 years.
Do you hear him? Do you hear this man, please? Oh, Nigerians are irredeemable, honestly. Who will talk to them and they will react? Is it maybe somebody that have died since 1,000 years to rise up and they will see grave shaking and he will rise up and tell them? They will still not react. I hear him. This man said it correct, just like what I was saying. It might take them 1,000 years, but it must surely work. They must surely do it. Because they are not as lazy as you that believe, oh, God, in God's hand, everything, I put everything. No, they don't put it in God's hand. Their own, they don't, no. They do the thing by themselves and they organize it as human beings. It doesn't matter how long it took, Nigeria must be Islamized. The only remedy is to remove ourselves from that entity. Finish. Chicken out. Nothing more. That is how we are going to escape it. Nothing more. If you want to pray, it must surely happen. If as they drop this thing today, and people, the House rejected it, the Nigerian House of Representatives rejected it, they will still go back and do their inside work. They will bribe them. They will do this. They will promise them, do them good, this and that. In another 1 year, in another 10 years, in another 20 years, in another 50 years, they will see come back. They don't relent. I say they are not like you now. You that are ordinary 10 years, you are tired. Only renditioning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, you are confused. You don't know what to do again. You don't know who to follow. You don't know what, because that is the way you are programmed. Primitivity is worrying you. You are not consistent. That is it. And that is why we are lower, we are underneath. These people that are, they don't relent. That is why they are high up. Are you hearing me? You do after you tire. You say nah wow. So now you go, and as you are going back, your enemies, they are coming. They don't behave like you. They are at alert. They are working, doing the footwork, doing the secret work, doing the open work, doing the human work. Continue listening, please.
Islamized Nigeria. So they will take it slowly, gradually. They don't forget. All of us will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care, or this Gen Z will come. They will still Islamize this country. If they can do it in Turkey, today's Turkey, what stops you? Why do you think they won't do it here? Except we take steps now, because we are the ones that are talking about these things. Our next generation in 50 years will not even care. You understand? So I'm thinking that if some part of the country, I don't want to be specific, if they feel strongly about an ideology, a religious, but I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by developing this issue of regional autonomy where everybody should organize themselves, or at worst, let the country actually go apart and you can do whatever you want.
He said one of the main solutions, let the country go apart, be balkanized. This is somebody saying this on Nigerian national television. 2010, I think, or 11, thereabout. Let Gaddafi visited Nigeria when he was under sanction. I think he used the road. the highest motorcade. He visited Nigeria. And do you know what? He saw what is going on. He's a Muslim, but he's a Pan-Africanist. He had on the one. He don't allow his religion to blind him to saying the truth about, because he's a Pan-Africanist. He said, look, the only solution to Nigeria is what? Is division, separation. Let people separate according to religious and sometimes ethnic lines. That is it. That you see Nigeria far back. He said this, and they went after him. Is it 2010 or 19 or 2000 or something like that? And they went after him. Do you see what the man is saying? He said the only solution is either autonomy, regional governments, where people take care of, and weak center, which the caliphate will never agree. Britain will never allow it to happen. Or breaking into peace, Nigeria to break, to avoid all this. That is the only solution. This man said, I say he's an expert. He said he did PhD in Islam. And they have a. So he knows, he say he know them. You know what? He came from an Islamic background. Your prayer, you say, because they didn't do it in your lifetime. You think they cannot do it. Oh, your prayer is being answered. There were people praying, Christians praying when Turkey was a Christian country. They prayed against Islam, but today they are no more. Islam has taken over. Do you see that? Let me finish playing it, please. Let me finish playing it.
Not in your area. I've come to that conclusion that I don't think we can stay together.
He said that he don't think that we can stay together. This man is not an ordinary abure on the street. It's not. No. When he said something, people listen. They brought him back because he said something 3 years back, and exactly that is what is happening. As our leader have been saying. You understand? He said that he don't think Nigeria can never stay together. He knows some things. He knows some things that are troubling. You know, one thing with being in the leadership, in the helm of affairs of a country, of an organization, there are some things you will know. It disturbs you. Ordinary people, they don't know, but you yourself that knows it, even you better don't even you pray that why did you know all these things even? You should, so that you live normal life. So that you don't, ignorance also will make you be okay. But when, like this man, I know things he knew, the secrets or state secrets he knew, things he knew is troubling. That is why he's a Yoruba man, but he's talking verbatim. Are you hearing me? He's speaking it verbatim. Now what else? What else? He said even if it take them 1,000 years, they will do it. They will Islamize Nigeria. Because they don't act like you that hands everything to God. They don't know. It's not like that. They are different. Even if it takes them 1,000 years. Remember Rufai, Nasir Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State. One time he said, they don't forget. Even if it takes them centuries. They pretend, but they don't forget. They will surely remember. That is it. That is who they are. You now that they pet you like a baby, you forget. You forget. You become tired immediately. These people have been working towards this since 1804. Before amalgamation. They have been working towards the route of Ottoman Danfodio. Ottoman Danfodio opened the route and they never stopped. They continue. Till today. They are still. Till today. They want to dip Quran in the sea. What can you do about it? Pray. Call, Jesus, it cannot happen. You are in a cloud cooker land. Support what IPOB is doing. That is the only solution. So that we liberate ourselves from this catastrophe called Nigeria.
Because of this very strong belief about religion. So it's either we stay together or people should mind their religion and stay where they are and practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I study Islam, and I don't want to talk blasphemy here. If I start talking about Islam in the next 3 hours, we will not live here.
No, we don't want you to talk blasphemy either. Talking about our country, in many, we are not a religious country, so to on paper. We're a secular nation. What kinds of conversations should we be having with the Nigerian people, especially the younger generation, about how to ensure that we remain secular, where you can practice your religion in any part of the country that you please without imposing your views or belief systems on any other person? What kind of conversations should we be having, and what should our lawmakers be thinking at the back of their minds? At least they've made the first step, which is dropping this bill and ensuring that it doesn't go through. But in subsequent conversations that you said will inevitably come up, what should we be doing as a people to ensure this doesn't happen?
I'm going to be extreme. For me, if you look at Sudan, we have now North Sudan, South Sudan. I think we should have Northern Nigeria and Southern. Then they can practice whatever they want. There's no dialogue because they will not stop. I've told you it may take 1,000.
He said, this man is still maintaining what he's saying, because he said he know Islam. He studied it to PhD level. It's not easy. So he's an expert. He said he don't want to start saying some things before they term it blasphemy. If he start explaining it, it will take 3 hours. He said the only thing is disintegration. He said have North and South Sudan. Is it not what we are fighting for? Because we know that Nigeria cannot work. Nigeria is Biafran symmetry, the symmetry for us, our own symmetry. If we remain there, it cannot work. He said even if it takes 1,000 years, they will not stop. They will continue. The people, by the time we are all long gone, they will Islamize. Those people that time, they will not even know, they will not care. The new generation. Look at this man, this idiot, this Alex Ikweche, that slapped a boat driver. Do you know that he's a youth? He's a very young man. He converted to Islam. Does he care? Imagine that they say, okay, let them vote. They will command him, hey, you are Abdul Karim now. You have to vote for us to get to put Islam, to Islamize Nigeria. He will agree. He don't care. He said, waiting concern me. Islam, it concern me. But what matters to him is for him to be there, be given, be addressed as honorable. Getting salaries, laughing salaries, and all this, and diplomatic passport to travel anywhere he wants in this world, and money, everything. So what matters to him? By that, they will command him. Is through command. Now you're a Muslim, but you that is so-called is representing you from, is it Abia North or South? You are seeing him and say, oh, now Konye to Chris. This, you don't know that they have sold you. They will call him on phone, command him. Hey, you see this vote? You are duty. You are a Muslim. Do you see what is called religious bondage? You must. It's a command. Otherwise, they tell you, if you don't do it, which means you are fighting against Islam, you'll be killed. That is it. Do you see? Foreign interference is all, both mental and physical. Let me continue, because time is not on my side, please.
Yes, they will still do it. But if you let everybody go their way, maybe you have enough, they remain there, and you have the sovereignty down south. then you can do what you want. But if you remain and you think you can talk to your Jersey and people that don't care about anything, it will happen. It took hundreds of years before Turkey, Constantinople, Istanbul was converted completely today. And if you look at history will tell you that you cannot assuage these people. Who owns those banks? I did a lot of research, and I want our audience to go and find out the owner of Taj Bank and the other bank. Then the picture will start getting clear to you. You have the Jaiz Bank and you have the Taj Bank. It is an open source information. Go on the internet, the board of directors, you will see the shareholders. I don't want to mention them on national television. Go and do your research, and you're beginning to understand. You begin to understand what I said, that people have been sponsoring terrorism because they want to Islamize Nigeria. Now Tinubu has come, and it's a little bit very hard on them. That section, the kinetic approach is failing. So they are now trying to bring it to the constitution, want to legalize it. If we cannot go through the bush and kill as many people and they are still resisting us, and this man has come and is fighting this is just killing all the fighters, then let us go to the house and bring it in through the back door. We just remove that clause, personal. They will not know, they may not pay attention. They will just, and that is it. They will still do this thing. Go and find out the owners of those banks. They are the ones sponsoring these narratives. And I always say it on television, go after the sponsors. Those guys speaking in the house, they are just paid to do that. And with time, they're going to bribe the remaining ones and they will pass it. If not this year, it may be 10 years time. If it's not 10 years time, it may be 50 years. They are going to Islamize this country. But I think the solution, what you should be discussing with people should try to understand we are not the same people. The North and South are not the same. The British understood. That's what they are doing indirect, and they deliberately merge us so that we can continue to fight like this, and they can continue to take our resources away.
Speaking about,
if we know, do you see? If we know all these things, like a personality like this knew all these, then what is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doing in prison? What is he doing in the DSS custody? Is it not what this man is preaching, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the reason, is it not what he said practically? That we are not the same. We shouldn't be bonded to be having friction fighting by a foreigner known as Britain. Is it not the, tell me, what else is it? That is the hatred of Igbos. Because this man said everything. He said it all. That we shouldn't be together. Our being together is to the advantage of the creator of Nigeria, that is Britain. That is it. He's using the northerners in order to obtain. He's using the northerners. He's using the northerners. I mean Britain. He's using the northerners, the north, in order to gain access to free of charge every of our resources. Because they don't care. What matters to them is to hold power. Now Britain, we help them. Are you hearing me? So what is the difference between what this man said or is saying and what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching? Is it not the same thing? Now, why is black people, Africans, so bad like this? Why did they isolate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and put him in rendition him? Fighting for self-determination as long as it's Biafra. Oh, once Britain tell them, hey, do not allow these people, and they accept. Just like go on. After the war, Biafra Research and Development, they came up to meet go on as one Nigerian is. You know, our people, we don't have secret. We don't know how to hide secret. We don't have reserve. No. That sentiment will make us, now we are back. We are one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Hey, oh yeah, let us help to build one Nigeria. All of a sudden, after this, after fighting a devastating war like that killed us, millions of us, they don't even wait. No person, where everybody, one Nigeria, people start competing to be house nigger in Nigeria. No reserve. And go on, summon them, say, bring all the blueprints. Hey, we are going to adopt, you are going to build missiles. Don't worry. The inventions of Biafra, the inventions, military inventions of Biafrans, even a craft that was not built, fighter jets, in the blueprints. Go on, in their presence, it carried the whole thousands and thousands of papers, blueprints, and ordered it to be burnt in their presence. When the thing went into flames, some of them died of heart attack. Some of the Biafrans that brought this thing, they died, they developed heart disease and died. Because they say they never see this type of stupidity in the world before. That is the stupidity being infringed upon Nigeria. So that for Britain to be stealing everything, we must be one. Oh, maintenance of one Nigeria. They don't think maintenance of one Nigeria. Britain will tell them as their lover. We love you. We love you. Sponsor them to be killing Biafrans, and they're happy. How can you tell them? That's what we should be asking the Northerners. How are they? Look at how they are. Almajiri everywhere, no development. One Alhaji will get the different 10 private jets. In his local government, he's the only person that feeds everybody. Is that life? Is that life, for goodness sake? And they want us to live together with them. Let me finish, please. Continue listening, please.
The British. There are several theories out there in terms of all of this Chatham House moves and why our leaders always go to the West before elections. Do you think that the influence of the British about this particular matter and more is significant? Has it waned? Is it still growing? What should be done about it?
No, what the British did is just like what the Belgians, the other, like the French, is the same method of giving you independence, but they know that you are not independent. Why do you go to Chatham House? Igbo recently wanted to talk about Yoruba nation. I saw him in Britain trying to give them letter. Why do we do that? It's because they have very strong influence. Don't be deceived. British are very subtle. They're not like the French people. They're not like the Russians. Okay, they're not like the Chinese. Very subtle, very clever. They are the one that is making this happen because it benefits them. You can't be Nigerian president if you don't get the blessing of the British.
What is their benefit, though?
I mean, the British benefit?
Yeah.
It's economy. There's no other thing. It's just to be able to take your resources. Look at Sanfara. Look at all your gold and things that are mining every day. It's not going to the CBN coffers. It's going to individuals and the British and the Arabs also that are actually orchestrating some of these Islamic things you are seeing. Jais Bank, this one bank. They are external. They are sponsoring these narratives and they are benefiting by taking your resources away because they have some foolish Nigerians that they can use to help them to cut away your uranium, your gold, your silver, and so on. That's why all the time we never get leadership right. They are the one. And I don't want to talk too much, including the United States. You cannot be a president in Nigeria if they don't actually give you their blessing, including France now. France is very strong. They have very strong influence on us now. How it happened, I don't really know along the line, but the French seems to be
competing. So wait, how are we dealing with all of this? If France is strong, that they have their influence on us now, what about the U.S. And China? You know, former President Buhari we had a lot of loans from China. So all those countries have influences here.
Yeah, but it's a new scramble for Nigeria. Now they are trying to re-strategize. But I tell people, you know, I lecture. I'm a lecturer, and I said that, you know, governance is not a rocket science. You know, you need three indices. You know, the first one, you need somebody with an intellect. Okay. The second one, you need.
Okay. You see, what the man was insinuating is what we have been hammering. Britain, the foreign influence, I mean, the foreign interference in our governance is highly detrimental to us. They are there in order to milk us. It's just like when you have a leech, a bed bug sucking you. You will not be comfortable until you remove it. You have a leech sucking your blood everywhere. When you see a child, for example, you will see the person will not grow, he will always grow thin. He will always be sick until the person will be dewormed. That is what we are suffering. The dangers of foreign interference in our governance is detrimental. And as long as we continue being in Nigeria, Nigeria is neocolonialism personified. I used to say it. Are you hearing me? The continuous drive to Islamize Nigeria is simply to subdue us to remain under the colonization of the Sokoto Caliphate using Islamic religion. The same way the Europeans enslaved us under Christianity. Foreign interference in our governance is equivalent to shadow colonization, that is neocolonization, with many unpleasant results to the indigenous population. I will play this clip, which I played the other day. Just a few minutes before I go into few minutes break. Listen, it's from Ibrahim Traore, the present head of state of Burkina Faso. He said it.
Of bad governance. As I told you, the imperialists don't like those who think about their people. Because you have to maintain the people in domination.
The imperialists they do not like those leaders that love their people. Because they have to maintain, domination over the people. What is the domination? Once you're under domination, you are just like a slave. That is foreign influence, foreign interference in our governance is killing us. That is what we want the independence we want to get. We are yelling for independence, for Biafra independence, through self-determination, through referendum. It is not evil. Are you hearing me? It is not a sin. It's a normal thing to do because we want to be free like the British, to decide on the way forward for us, to decide what is good for us. That is the only thing we are hearing. And they say, no, kill them, kill them. The same way they allow the European countries, different Europeans, no matter how tiny, as long as they have different language or ethnicity or anything, they allow them to avoid the problems, like Iceland and all others. What is good for the geese is good for the gander. We are human beings and we want to be treated as such. Foreign interference in our own governance should stop so that we will not become liability to other people. Like the way we travel, we are everywhere. Or you see how they maltreat our people when deporting them. Like the one I saw, a Biafran they wanted to deport from Japan. He was shouting. He was caught on video. That's why somebody videoed him. They were torturing him. He said he don't want to go. They were torturing him, humiliating him. We want to live like real human beings like others. That is the only thing we are agitating for. But they are trying to undo us. And do not be a tool as a Biafran, a tool in the hand of these foreigners. Because once you are complicit to criminality, you are doing the biddings of these foreign governments. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines and the people will call in. I will take just a few calls because I've taken a lot of time. Do not go away. I will be right back.
In this poverty, in this situation of fragility, to assist them permanently. And every time you believe that it is not, it has to be them who help you. Otherwise, you can't get by. This is the discourse that is spread every day. And so we need leaders who make this policy. That arranges them. When we come and make you sign certain conventions, we promise you percentages for several years. Anyway, you as a leader, and then maybe your own, you are good. But what about the people? This is what we refuse. We refuse, and we are not in this logic.
The main trend in the politics of most African states is the desire to maintain friendly relations with all countries. Can you improve relations with France? What should France do to make Burkina Faso its friend again?
Anyway, we are not enemies with the French people. It is the policy of those who rule France that poses problems in Africa. As long as a state is not in a period of slavery, there is no problem. But as long as there is this ideology, there will be problems. We have to accept to look at each other as equals. This is a basic principle. There must be respect. As long as there is not this respect, it will be a problem. We have to accept to look at all our cooperation. Because since the independence of the 60s, we have given independence. We may have placed people that we control at the head of some states. We have led people to sign a lot of agreements, a lot of things that prevent us from developing. And when we say develop, enemies are everywhere. We are surrounded by evil. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. The only way to survive is to face them head on. Through the Eastern Security Network, ESN.
We got to right the wrong and do what is right to treat like humans.
The great family of the indigenous people of Biafra in the United States of America, under the leadership of the Directorate of State, wishes to announce our IPOB end of year ESN fundraising coming up on the 16th of November 2024. Time 7 p.m. Biafra land time. Platform Zoom. Meeting ID A353-781-4562. Passcode 092030. Contact +161 093 14943 or +148 476 708 48 or +18 452 039 665. Reason for the fundraising: we must make sure that our siblings living in Biafra land are not chased out from our ancestral homes by the Fulanis and other murderous agents in the contraption called Nigeria with the help of ESN. We must make sure our farmlands and bushes are safe for our parents and kings to harness against the evil agendas of the blood-sucking agents in Nigeria with the help of ESN. Most importantly, the lives and properties of our people living in Biafra land must be protected at all costs by ESN. With your support, your free will offerings and donations, we shall achieve this by keeping our land safe and secure as we pursue the goal of restoration of Biafra. Come one, come all. This information is reaching you directly from the office of IPOB All State Media under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. All hail Biafra. Support ESN.
This is the fundraising, ESN fundraising that is coming up on the 16th. Everybody possibly should join in order to support. We want also to be hearing, I will bring donations, even if it is $1 million, $500,000. We want to see it because we are in a precarious situation. I am telling you honestly. Only if many of us understood or understands the situation we are in. But we must continue. Our lines are now opened. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller already on the first caller on the line. Caller on the line because I will just receive few calls, 2 or 3 calls, please. Caller on the line. Mazi, I think you are. Your signal. Can you hear me, please, Mazi?
Yes, Mazi, Jonathan, I can hear you. Good evening from here.
There we do drag it.
Thank you, my brother, for the eye opener and everything you've been doing for Biafran people, making sure that our people will be well educated in what is happening through the this revolution that we are getting all over the world. What is happening today, and we must continue to do this needful so that our people will truly understand that staying in Nigeria is one of the worst things that is going to happen to our people. And we must continue to make sure that we free ourselves from this calamity of English and French. So that we can be able to free ourselves from this country called Nigeria. This life we are living, we must continue to work hard, my brother, to make sure that we free ourselves from Nigeria, because the life we are living in Nigeria is hell. And the truth about it is that, Mazi Jonathan, for all that you have said this night and what our brother said, God bless you. Thank you. What this man also who came here also in this, who came in the Chinese television 3 years ago to reveal the same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting all these years. The reason why they went to Kenya to kidnap our leader, extraordinary rendition him back to Nigeria, is still what this man is still repeating today. That this ideology of this Fulani to Islamize Nigeria is something that they are not going to give up. It doesn't matter how they are trying to play this game. It doesn't matter how this stupid that the GOC is trying to deceive the people because of the tithe on offering they are collecting from the poor people. Keep on enriching themselves every blessed day. Lure people into going to church from Monday to Sunday. It is unbelievable. Just as he said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave an example when he was preaching on this radio Biafra. that the Turkey of today was completely a Christian country. Today, it's a Muslim country, and the Christians in Turkey today cannot be able to, come out open the way they used to come out open before. It's not that people don't go to church today, but dominants are the Muslims. They live under the control of the Muslims, under the laws of the Muslims. This is exactly what they want to replicate in Nigeria. And as we are saying, all these stupid GOs, they cannot be able to, they can't tell the people the truth, because Nigerian government is using them to lure this into the people, to make the people to be naive of the suffering that is coming ahead of their children's generation. Mazi, if this so-called Nigerian people cannot be able to listen to what IPOP is saying, what about this revelation of this man, the Yoruba man who has a scholarship in Islam? He has been in government of Nigeria. He's an intelligent man, been into a secret service of Nigeria. He knows how Nigeria works, and he's been telling them that this country, there is an ideology that they want to Islamize this country. Mazi Jonathan, you asked a question the other day, and you were asking, but why is it black people are so doomed? They are doing the bills of this Western world. Mazi, how can Fulani not doing what they are doing today in Nigeria? People that came from Futajalon, they come into a place they have no land, and they got an opportunity to sack the people that are on the land to replace themselves. Mazi, why can't they do it? They are doing it with willfully. If anything to take Fulani to take over Nigeria, as long as British is siding them, using them to intimidate the rest of Nigeria, Fulani will continue to do it. The only day Fulani can tell British, no, we are not going to do this anymore, it's only the British stop supporting them. That's the only way they can get away from this thing they are doing. Because their purpose is that as long as we took over Nigeria and now it is in our own hand, that time they can stand up and tell British, okay, we have tried to serve you enough, now you can leave us to control to manage this idiotic black people here. That is the food. Maybe British still say food, I did not get sense. By the time these people conquered Nigeria and took over, which is impossible because we Biafrans now, we have known what they know, and they can take over now Yoruba. But it's not going to be possible. Come on, I ain't telling you, I want a Biafra land. Mazi, this life we are living with, that restoration of Biafra means nothing to us. Biafra must come because our people have died. We have seen Nigeria carry it up and down and see that we have no way out. The only way we can do this thing is to completely free ourselves from Nigeria. That is the only way we can be able to live as a human being again. Because a life without Biafra, automatically, all these millions of Biafran people living outside Nigeria, we are gone. After us, our children, wherever they reside, they will remain there. They cannot come back home anymore. Mazi Jonathan, thank you. May God bless you. Continue to do the needful. We are here. We go nowhere.
Where are we going? Nowhere. Aya Konyego bottle. That's it. So if Nigeria government, if Britain think that they will scare us, they will destroy us with blackmail, with this and that, they are lying. This is a breed of Biafrans they have not seen before. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me, please? There, well, please go on. Go on.
Of all of them. All. Concerning the other one, the confession of the police officer Mazi. Let me make this open confession. There is one party, then this should be 7-8 years ago. Mazi, are you hearing me?
Go on.
Hello?
Mazi, go on, go on. If I'm not hearing you, I will let you know. Go on, don't worry, go on.
This property happened to be in Onitsha, in Bida Road. Two people have this property in Bida Road. Then the other one, when they want to sell the property, then the son of the other man is selling something, selling just all this palm wine and all this stuff under the building. And they want to say this man, the other man said the man, the son of the other man said no, that they're not going to sell that property. You understand? So, and the agent, you see this agent, you see these people called agent in our land. Those people are the evil in our land. So when they come to me and tell me the story, you know, do you know the those people are pushing that I shouldn't mind the boy. I shouldn't mind the boy. Highest they will kill the boy. And do you know? And I said to myself, no. I think the property then is worth 210 million then. I said, no. What if I buy this property and tomorrow these people will force my children to sell it, and if they refuse, they will kill them and sell the property because of their own percentage. Mas, do you know, I left that property after not up to 1 month. The boy that are selling that and in that building, they killed that boy and they sold that property. This I'm not telling you about another person. Me, I'm the first class information, the first class experience on this one that I'm telling you, Mazi. Not only that, there's another one again, but let us leave that side. The concerning this thing that they use the police to do in our land, Mazi. I have a property somewhere in Owerri. This property is causing problem between the two brothers, the snow and the junior one. The snow one sold this property to me, and the junior one sold it to another person. When they're having problem, the other one is using all this ebubago, trying to subdue the snow one, who is the rightful owner. So when this thing got to me, I called they said that the police the leader of a bag is looking for me. It's looking for me. This and that. So I don't say give her my number or give me a number. When I called this woman, and I said this man, no, don't do that. Just look away to see if you can give both of them justice. Because me, I'm after justice. So do you know what this woman told me? That they are not doing justice in Nigeria. That nothing like justice in Nigeria. I said to me, not another person. That is nothing like justice in Nigeria. That I should remove my hand in that property. I said, what? A police officer telling me this thing. I said, no. That's what got us to the commissioner. You see? Imagine if it's somebody that is not, that the hand is not strong, they'll just take it from the person. You see? Then coming to the insecurity in the southeast, you know our people, we just watch or listen to news or watch program and just left. No, I'm not like that. In everything that I watch, I will listen where this thing is coming from and where the thing is going. Every clip that I watch. Coming to the insecurity in our land, when they announced that they want to do a protest in Nigeria, which will start at 1st August and end on 10th August. 2 days before that 1st of August, they killed 5 police officers, 2 civilians in Owerri, in Onitsha Road, precisely, which came by Asari boys in order to put fear for people not to come out to protest. A day after, Asari come out and said that nobody should come out for protest. That if they want to come out, they should go to old people. They should go and ask old people what their eyes see, how we kill them, what. Everybody laugh and clap. That's what is going on. When you go to Nigeria now, Southeast process Mazi, you will see many. I don't even know what to call them because they are not police. In their uniform, they wrote special force, special police. That's what all of them black. And from what Asadi said last, Asadi said we are doing the job that government cannot do. We are killing them. The job that government cannot do in Nnamdi in Imo State, that you go ask them that they are calling us black and black people. And when you went to Imo State, what you see is black and black extorting money from our people. Extorting money from our people. Just from here to one pole, you will see them with black uniform. They are not police, so police we have their own, military we have their own, civil defense we have their own. Those black and black we have their own. In every junction, you will see this people, this black and black, extorting money from our people. They are not police, so special force, special police. This is what they are. I'm not police uniform. I don't know who they are. But from the confession of Asari, he said it. He make it clear that we are men on black. That if you go to Anambra State, we are there. Imo State, everywhere we are there. Doing the work that police cannot do. Just imagine. You know our people, we can know this. I heard some people saying it's Ramais, that the truth is Ramais. You people are fools. You people are fools. Before you can go to any war, first of all, you use the plane, jets to be bombing. Funny people have done that long ago. Now they are on the ground. When you hear that Boko Haram kill 1,000 Nigerian army, you think it's just a mere word? No. You hear that people have killed over 50,000 Nigerians. People, I say, people. When people are talking like that, I will just say this people, they don't have sense. They don't have sense. Since stage the people have killed. Do you know how many Nigerian soldiers they have killed? They have killed so many of them. And people are still saying that no. They have already established Nigeria. Immediately they remove the chief judge of the nation and put Tanko. That's when I know that these people have succeeded.
Of course. There were Mazi. Of course. There were.
Yeah. This is my contribution this evening, Mazi. Thank you.
There were Dodrege. Of course. Well, that's why we are fighting to move out of that hellhole. Because when people say no, it's not possible. Oh, God forbid. Oh, Jesus will not. No, you are just lying to yourself in order to make yourself happy. That is it. Caller on. Let me see. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi, call on. Please go on. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? I don't know why when people call, they don't pay attention. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp once again. Can you hear me? No. Caller on Signal. Please go on. Can you hear me? Caller on Signal. Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huh? Can you hear me?
Caller on WhatsApp. Please hold on. I'll come to you. Caller on Signal is going on. Go ahead.
Problem is conquest and colonization. And we will also understand that religion is the last phase of enslavement and colonization. And therefore, there is no how our total subjugation and the intimidation into total submission can be overruled without making references to religions. Professor Jonas, you see, this religion is one factor that has taken us many miles backwards. The reason is because that it has destroyed our originality and our values. Why? Because what it targets is our mindset. Once our mindset is captured, then we begin to reason and think in anti-clockwise direction, unlike what we would have been if we were original or from our own background, from our own settings, because we know and believe as a God creature from our own area of where we are being where we are originated. We know that God instituted a certain pattern of life that God designed us to live, and from those lives that God designed us to live, then we can gradually develop thereof and involve, that is human evolution, as a cause of nature. But while we are being carried by a foreign religion, it then means that our personal human value will be destroyed, just like what is happening today. Professor Jonas, let me tell you one thing, because you see, these two dominant religions beget neo-colonialism and imperialism, because nobody in his own natural pattern, as in I'm talking about pattern of life, means human value, where you are coming from, can, is very difficult for you to warrior people with your own organic religion. It is very difficult. But with the advent of religion, with the advent of religion and the total indoctrination, coupled with forceful adoption of English language as a lingua franca, has destroyed us as people completely. So, and let me tell our people something, because nobody becomes great by mimicking. It is practically impossible. If you know one, then I am open for you to put me wrong. I've not seen anybody who is not you, who is not original, that becomes great by just mere mimicking. And therefore, that is why I am calling each and every one of us to understand the danger that this religion has done to us. And I am asking us now that, because one thing I discover is that this religion is creating kind of imagination. It is an imagination of the man with no practical realities. It is based on hypothesis without any scientific proof, because it is centered on belief without any practical know-how or any practical conviction. So, and it becomes uh, difficult to how you are just going to live on belief system without having been convinced practically on some of those things being preached. Therefore, Islam, as it pertains to the soul, I must have to tell you that it's a template. It doesn't matter how long it takes them. The template is already there, and they are taking it gradually and sequentially. And their target, they are not in a rush. It is something that they try to, over time, take it one step after the other. And they know where they are going, because where they are going is the Atlantic, and they will never rest until they sink it into the Atlantic. They are using every instrumentality of the state, because the caliphate is the supreme constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. Zoo Nigeria has no constitution, because if there is any constitution, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be there, because law is the only thing that, in any civilized environment or any civilized nation, law is the only thing that is supreme. It doesn't matter whether you are president or prime minister or any authority within a corridor of governance. It doesn't matter. Law is supreme, and every other person is under the law. Therefore, people like our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, if there is any law that is bigger or higher than the caliphate, the Muslim Nnamdi Kanu cannot remain there, because they have been discharged and acquitted, and they are clear order of God that he cannot be rearrested in the zoo, because what? The extraordinary rendition that has created any legal barrier that Muslim Nnamdi Kanu cannot stand trial. Therefore, Professor Jonah, what am I saying? If this caliphate is the supreme law and supreme constitution of the zoological republic of Nigeria, then when things are beginning to happen or unfold the way it is folding, then we cannot just be surprised, unless you don't possess the right mental toughness as a Biafran. That is when we can begin to, be surprised of what is happening in this.
There were. I think
But
you've made your point, and the network this thing is
one
digital.
thing we people are not going to stop, honestly, and that is why IPOB to raise our consciousness for each and every one we worship. Almost there, Biafra. God bless you.
There were. All hail Biafra. There were. Thank you very much. I have somebody. Please, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Please make it very brief. You are the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Make it very brief.
That is bigger or higher than the caliphate.
Mazi, can you hear me? Please. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? My goodness me. You are your device. I cannot take it, please. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, this is where I'm going to end the program. How many years? I don't understand. Up till now, somebody will call and will be listening to the radio. It's really absurd, honestly speaking. Up till now. For how long? So it's part of what we are saying for you to understand the rate of understanding of different people. It varies. That's why we must be patient. Something somebody can understand under 1 minute, it might take another person 20 years to understand it. The same thing being preached every day. When you call, make sure if you are using the IPOB community radio, off the IPOB community radio now you call. But today you see people are still making the same mistake. But we must continue. That's the beauty of what we are doing. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, as I said on my topic, foreign interference in governance, in controlling our life. Because when you talk about governance, is controlling our life. It is very, very dangerous. Because a foreigner doesn't care, he doesn't have the feeling of humanity upon you. What matters to him is the interest, what he's going to get from you after he goes his way. That's it. So, we must make sure to support this we are doing. We must make sure to support IPOB because this is the last line of our defense. We have no other thing except IPOB. I am telling you honestly. This man that I played the clip, Professor Kunle Olawunmi, he was a high-ranking military intelligence officer in Nigeria. High-ranking people in the corridor of power that knows the secrets of what is going on in Nigeria. So when you see a person like that speaking, saying, reiterating on what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said for many years, know that we're on the right path. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no business being where he is today. But because our people have been made to be weak, no Igbo politician that is independent or that is representing the people, nothing. So, why I'm happy is IPOB is a grassroots movement. It's not an elite movement. It's a grassroots movement, whereby people from the grassroots, they are the people that are supported. And once you have the support of the people, you don't fear. That is why we must protect this struggle with everything. Say no to criminality. They want to use criminality in order to blackmail IPOB, but we are at alert. So, don't be a tool in the hands of our enemies. Biafra remains our religion. Biafra remains our ideology. We must continue in preaching this gospel for both mental and physical emancipation. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Biafra, Ebeka Bonusi, Biafra Gaimara, Biafra Ganebozo Gamiri, Agaimara, Biafra Ganebozo Gamiri, Biafra Ganebozo Gamiri, Anijala, Namama. Wana lemo kamna malombo wana jumo osina Biafra natago Chukwu kika biama onyagi no naka Sambe Ugwa boke Anijala Nala namo Biafra baloma Ala Chukwu goziri Ala manaru Ala Chukwu goziri The rising sun Mgbe mbuka mkpụrụ okwu wesi n'oji ihe nwatakịrị o were aka ya elu aka fụwa ya ụfụ wetuo ya abịakwala n'ọzọ ka ha kwatuso Biafra mana Chukwu okike abịa ma gị ka ị nọ n'aka mana Chukwu okike abịa ma gị ka ị nọ n'aka na anyị gala ugbu a bụ ka anyị je were ugbu a bụ ka anyị je ala Biafra na-atago.
The land of the rising sun is a home of hope. A home of hope of the Biafrans. The far of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed.
We are there, live and direct. Once you click there, once you open the platform, the website, you click to Radio Biafra, RBL, Radio Biafra London Live, and you'll be listening. You'll be hearing us. Also, you can go to PayPal section in order to donate and give to support what we are doing. No amount is too big, no amount is too small. Go to PayPal and donate. Moreover, you can download IPOB Community Radio. What you can do to people, one of the best things you can do to people is if somebody that doesn't hear Radio Biafra, but they have smartphone, he doesn't listen to Radio Biafra, please tell him you are carrying Radio Biafra in the hand, but you don't know. Go to Play Store and download for the person in his phone. These are efforts. All these things are different efforts to this struggle. You can contribute it by downloading for people in their own telephones, in their own smartphones. IPOB Community Radio is a very low data consuming application. And in addition to that, you will also download Simple Radio. Simple Radio, download it. Inside Simple Radio, once it's downloaded, now you search for Radio Biafra London. You can also be listening through there. Also, in different social media, you can be listening via social media. Different parts of social media, you can be listening to us live. Therefore, once again, let me repeat, do not forget that we are here live and direct. Today is the 17th day of July 2024. But why I'm repeating this is for people to understand that we are live and direct. Therefore, we must continue until Biafra is restored. Onye boss on there. That is what we are, who we are. We don't run. We don't abandon. We must continue.